Hello everyone, welcome to Zielonka. This map is a part of Farm & Sim 22 Premium Edition. So this is of course the first Ep1. I did make some small changes to the main farm from where you would normally be starting. So we have a class Cyion 850. You don't start with this. Different trailer, different seeder, and I have a bigger... Is this a hedger? I don't remember what they call them. I already forgot. And of course a vegetable planter. That tractor you would normally start with. This is slightly different. And then the harvester is a little bit bigger than the normal one. So let's take a look. So we start with field 53 and 52. And 52 I believe needs to be, yeah, planted and everything. Oh, and this is the preserved food factory. You don't start with this either. This is a part of the premium edition productions. You can do parsnips, red beets, or carrots, which are the 3 new crops. And this is ridges, not hedges. It's a ridge maker, which is a little bit more realistic, and it does add a layer of fertilizer. So let's go and see. So we have wheat here. But I'd like to get this harvest started. We do start with some chickens. Now we're probably going to do this bottom piece here first. I don't have a baler, so there's no use of doing that. We do not have precision farming on. It's a little bit different than what I've been doing in basically all of my series at this point. Figured it'd be nice to switch things up a little bit. And I honestly don't know how like the ridges would work with precision farming, because if they add a layer of fertilizer, how does that work with nitrogen levels instead? So let's have a worker start that. Let's go and grab... I suppose the trailer is over here. I need the class to actually do the ridges in that field. We'll drop that off. We'll have, I believe it's a Fiat? Right? Fiat, yep. And that is a Zeter. Figure we can start with a little bit different stuff, and we can hopefully progress a little bit quicker and make sure we're doing all the new stuff, of course. There is also a soup factory, a like potato chip factory. Are the other ones I know, and I believe there's like a piano place. You can make a piano. You have to supply planks to it, and over time it'll make a piano. I think it's similar to Platinum Edition. I think there was like a roller coaster in Platinum Edition. And there's like a sailboat, I know. There are 2 I'm certain on. I think it's similar to that, where it's like a percentage once you get to it, and then I'll make it and obviously sell it. So you can see it makes the ridges. So it basically is a lot more realistic of how carrot farming is, red beets and stuff. You have the ridges of course they get planted into, and of course they try to incentivize you by adding a layer of fertilizer by doing it. I'm not sure. I would assume it would work fine if you just plant directly into it and then fertilize it twice. I would assume it'd be the same effect. But for realistic purposes, we'll stick to this. So we will probably have a worker do this. I do want to show everyone the collectibles on this map. Instead of your normal collectible, there's a like a golden apple system. So we're going to be trying to collect them all. And then, and the harvesters do actually fit over this trailer. It's a little bit taller. I had to test it because I was like, this is a tall trailer. Like, is it gonna work correctly for what we want to do? Maybe not great with the harvester there, but not sure how full this was, but I do not have lime requirements on. I kind of figured, you know, we'll stick to putting the priority of doing the new stuff with the expansion. I did turn off crop destruction. You'll learn later why I have that like that. It's because you kind of have to have a worker do the harvest for the new crops, and then you have to go alongside with a trailer. And well, obviously, eventually you'll be running inside of the actual crop. So I had to turn it off because in the future we're gonna have to turn it off. So let's see, they should be good. Yep. We do have a pickup. I believe the trees where the golden apples go on is over here. So it's just past the store, kind of. Yeah, the piano manufacturer's up here. So at some point, I'm going to try and do that. I think it'd be interesting to do. So let's head over here, and I think we can kind of see what's up with that. I don't know which side of the road we're supposed to be driving on, so this is going to be a learning experience. And nice for a store. The store is right next to the farm. Kind of convenient. Because I think it's in the park is where they go. We'll park here. This isn't a parking spot, but it is for now. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's in those. I think it's these trees are where they'll end up once you collect them. I don't know where there are any. Looks like a good spot where there would be some. For some reason, it's not letting me... Oh, there we go. Wasn't letting me collect it. So the decorative golden apples have been removed from the 2 trees at the local park's Lake Island. Can you find all 50 apples and restore the trees to their former glory? So I found one. We have 59 more to go still. I would assume there's probably more. Like I was saying, I would assume there's more in the park. This is like an ideal spot to hide stuff. Yeah, then they should kind of show up on a tree in here. We can see, oh, there's one up there. If you can see that, it's right there. I'm assuming the other one is somewhere else over here. Oh, right there. It's quite easy to see, actually. Look at this gazebo area, if there was one. So let's see. Okay, so they're doing pretty good doing the ridges there. They're not too full. They'll probably not need to be emptied again. Let's buy a bag of seed. Hey, gotta check on the sales just in case. We want to buy 1 bag of seed. It basically makes any tractor with the 3-point a forklift. Not sure if there's tilt controls as well. I would doubt there is, though. Yeah. Now I kind of want to put carrots in. Nice. That is, you know, a very large capacity of 32 liters. I think we'll put carrots in. Can't really get out that way. Honestly, I think the area I put this production in kind of works perfectly. Enough area you can move around it, you know, be able to come behind it here and empty the trailer. Oh, they are currently fighting over who gets to go first. Now we don't have a direct drill. That's not a direct drill setup. We'll have to actually get these, put the disc harrow in here. Let them continue on their way. I'm not sure if the layer of fertilizer automatically right away comes or not. Well, that is a, you know, to be seen. It looks like it is, because it looks like it's darker. You can check on here, of course. Yep, one layer already. What crops are up there? There's 2 soybean fields. And they are both fully fertilized. Which are those? That's actually fairly cheap. What's in 47 too? That appears to be sugar beet. Yeah, we're definitely not going to do that one. Oh, 32 with potatoes. I'm going to have to think about that. How early on are they? Yeah, they're still pretty early. I might have to think about buying one of those fields. Honestly, that's kind of a good deal. You get soybeans in it. You probably would dang near make your money back once you sell it. Especially if it's fully fertilized and everything. So, there's no work for us outside of harvesting it. I'm not sure if there'll be weeds growing or not. It didn't show there are any yet. Weeds are on, so looks like the combine is done now. So we'll have to grab the ridger and the class, get this folded up, get it brought back. We'll probably put this on the disc harrow. Now I think I might put another new crop in this field. I think I can do that. Let's grab the combine, get this out of the way. Now that field right there looks, it's kind of tempting right now to do it. There is a bigger vegetable harvester than the one we start with. I was considering it at one point, and then I realized it was like $650,000, and I was like, that doesn't seem right. We shouldn't be starting with something that is that expensive. So a simple 2-row works. I have to grab the Zeter probably to get this trailer put into the silo. Actually, I think the chickens may not have any food yet. But we may want to actually do that. They do not have any food. Yeah, we have 11 chickens. I don't know what the capacity limit is. Now this tractor has a absolutely blazing top speed of 16 miles an hour. But either way, we can grab this trailer, get the chickens full of grain. This might be a little bit big for this tractor. This isn't the biggest tractor in the world. The Fiat and the Class are going to be doing the bulk of our work. For being honest. I don't know how much we're going to be using like our normal seeder. I do want to do a lot of the new stuff as much as I can. Oh, here we go. Not that big of a capacity on it. I think for the most part, we're probably not going to be selling this wheat. I would like to obviously make sure the chickens are well fed. Yeah, we do have a good amount too, so I'm sure they'll be good for quite some time. So anyways, I will start a time lapse here. We'll easily be able to finish this field. I might switch the Class and this out, and this will do the rest of the disc harrowing, and then the Class can do some ridges in that field. So anyways, I will talk to everyone once the time lapse is done. Alright, we're just finishing up the disc harrowing on this field. Then we'll probably grab the ridger again. We can get that put on this tractor. I think we'll probably put parsnips into this field. I would think the ridger would work right after disc harrow. I'd be curious, would the ridger work if it wasn't disc harrowed or anything? I just thought of that, of course, once I finished the field. But I think next time or something after a harvest or something, I'll have to try that. So you would think this would turn over quite a bit of soil to make the mounds of dirt basically in the middle. You would think it would, but I think this field will probably have parsnips in it. Overall, the three new crops are fairly similar in price. Even once they go through a production, they're pretty similar in price range. You know, maybe a couple bucks, you know, higher or lower. There's really no reason of going over something, going and doing something over something else. You know, versus like, you know, the old way of like soybeans versus, I don't know, oats or something like that. Well, unless you want the straw, soybeans are going to be that better crop. It's going to be priced far better than oats would be, or wheat, or you know, that, you know, those kind of things. Well, I think we can probably have a worker do this, and then we can probably grab the planter and get that going. It'll be a little bit more efficient. So we're going to do parsnips. We have a little bit of time to decide on buying those fields, so if I don't buy it today, then we still have, you know, 3-4 months where we can easily decide and still be able to harvest said crop. And honestly, if weeds do appear in the future, I might wait and hope they get those sprayed off, or I could do a contract maybe. These fields will take plenty of time to harvest with a, you know, a 2-row harvester. Yeah, I think it's only 2 of these ridges every time it's going, you know, one direction. And I'm sure it'll get a decent amount per field. I'm assuming the yield amount's going to be similar to like sugar beets and potatoes and stuff, because the price is a considerable amount less than a lot of other crops. I'm being led to believe that that's going to be the case. Now, the preserved food factory is a pretty good priced option. I don't quite remember the exact recipe. I can look it up real quick. It is, so it's 100 to 60 liters on all of them, and for 1,000 liters of, let's just look at carrots for example. It's like 400, 350. You know, it's going to fluctuate. Could go up to 500, down to 240. But in a preserved food, it is going to go down to 2,500. You know, it's about 2,400. It's going to stay around there. Obviously, I think this is the train. Erlingrat, I think that's the train. We tag it. I don't see anything flashing when I tagged it. Oh, over there. That would be Erlingrat. Yep, it's the train. Yeah, that's the train. But you can see there is a massive increase for 1,000 liters. And you're really only losing 40 liters every 100. So in theory, you should be making quite a bit more than what you would be otherwise. I did want to say, so I'm sure some people watching this either haven't played this map or, you know, whatever it may be, maybe thinking about buying the premium expansion. This might just be my game, but for some reason, if I have the mud system mod uninstalled, inactive, it glitches out when I connect to any of the vegetable planters. Don't know why. I tried uninstalling it, same way. I tried a different map. Does it again? No matter what I can do, it only does it to the planters. So I'm assuming there's some sort of bug or something either in the map or in that mod that's causing that. I wouldn't think it'd be the mod because it only happens when it's not active. But you never know. So if you do have that mod installed, just to be aware of that. That way you're not getting a little bit into the farm and all of a sudden you're like, oh, what the heck? I'm not sure if you can just activate it again and it fixes it. I haven't tested that, and I really don't want to test that now because, well, I'm in the middle of my series now. Like starting the series, I should say. I think I'll have a worker do this, and we can time-lapse a little bit of the ridging. You haven't really did much of this. Did a little bit of the planting, so. Get to the end of this row, we can start the next one. I don't think we're going to have all of our fields like this. I don't think every field will be, vegetable fields. We'll have to do some cereal type crops too. Anyways, I will go ahead and time-lapse the rest of this field for the ridging, and then we'll get a little ways in with planting probably too. So I'll talk to everyone once the time-lapse is done. Alrighty, so we just have about 2 more strips probably for planting here, then this field will be done. I am considering, I don't know if it's really worth it. There's that little open piece of grass. I'm not sure if it's really worth it. Could we like plow it up and maybe make, it'd be a really small field. Like, to be honest, it'd be a pretty small field. But would it be worth it? I don't think we really have to do much grass work in this series. I think the main focus will be the productions, and I'm sure obviously the chickens. Chickens don't take too much work, and they're, fairly profitable. Obviously it's only 20 chickens too, so. Ooh, it might only be one. It's going to be a tight one strip, but we're going to try and make it work. I think in the future we may have some productions there. Maybe in one of these productions. Because the thing is, they are on the map too as viable productions. You can buy them. But they are a decent ways away from the main farm. And if you're harvesting, you don't want your harvester just sitting there, because you're going to have a worker on it probably. Just wasting your money. Obviously, you could put it all into the silo, but then you have to cart it again instead of... with these fields, trailer gets full, we can easily go right to the production. Try to get up on this hill. We can probably see a little bit better. It wouldn't be too bad size of a field, really, if you look at it. Because it would be up to this road, down. We can make it fairly tight tight to the farm. But, you know, if we put soybeans in it, it wouldn't be too far off from one of these fields. Harvest them at the same time. It's not a big deal. You know, it'd be a pretty small field, and in the future, if we do productions, we could easily just make that field into productions and get rid of it at that time. It's not a bad deal. It's kind of expensive still for horsepower. Let's look at some plows. I say I enjoy these type of plows. And of course, that's $17,000. I guess we could rent it. That would be $860 to rent it and make a field. Subsoilers, I think they can as well. I think some of them do, but maybe those are modded ones, baby. Oh, you can kind of see from here. It's probably a better view. It's not a super big field. There is a couple of trees. We would have to cut those down. Well, this is a bush, actually. Would these be cut down? Not sure if you can cut these down or not. Doesn't appear so. Maybe with lumberjack you can get rid of them, but outside of that, maybe not. So we'd have, what, 2 trees to cut? Which the thing is, I'd want to try to save that wood for a sawmill. We could look how much the sawmill on the map costs to operate. Well, mainly buy. That's the selling point. There's always an icon to buy it, usually. No, over here. $120,000. I'm pretty sure I do have some modded ones available. Do a little look-see for some golden apples, but don't see any at first glance. This would also be a really good place to hide one. Just hide it right in one of these, in between one of these piles. It'd be really funny if as soon as I said that I saw one, but does not appear that is the case in the, for this. So yeah, I do have some available. We can take a look. I also have a wood mod. I think it's a greenhouse. It's a wood production mod. You put like seeds and stuff in it, and I think you can make planks and just direct wood. But for sawmills, I guess we got this one, $35,000. This is the one I used on Survival Challenge, or currently using. Ours looks like $50,000. Yeah, after that, the prices just kind of go up. So, the best option would probably be this sawmill would be the most efficient, most cheap. But we don't really have the land to place it if we're going to cut these trees down. I don't know, I hear a bell. Maybe it's from the city. Anyways, that is everything for the first episode of Zielonka. Let me know what everybody's thinking on the series, on the map. You know, and any things you want to see done. I am thinking about that wood greenhouse. I'd be interesting mod. Not sure how that really works, but that would help us get to the piano a lot quicker than buying land, you know, buying a bigger trailer to put the logs on, and it'd be a lot cheaper too. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe if we're towards the end and we really wanted to get it done, we could do that route. Anyways, thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next Ep1, which should be coming probably within the next day after this video comes up. This should be going up late on the release date or early the day after. It depends on your time zone and when I can get this edited and everything. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.